Have you ever felt like you're running in place? You have the dream. You're putting in the hours. You're doing what everyone says you should do, yet success feels like a distant mirage. The breakthrough never comes. What if the problem isn't your effort, but your mindset? What if the rule book you're following is designed for the 99%, while the 1% plays a completely different game? Today, we're diving into the brutal, honest, and incredibly liberating philosophy of a man who started with nothing, Jack Ma. He didn't just build Alibaba. He decoded a pattern. He saw why the vast majority fail and what the tiny fraction of winners do differently. And it has almost nothing to do with talent or luck. Jack Ma famously said, "If you put bananas and money in front of monkeys, monkeys will choose bananas. Because monkeys do not know that money can buy a lot of bananas." This is the perfect metaphor. The 99% are chasing the immediate, visible banana, the safe job, the quick fix, the approval of others, the familiar path. The 1% see the system, the currency, the future potential. They chase the money that can buy endless bananas. So, what are the specific traps? First, they fear failure. The 99% see failure as a stamp on their forehead. They avoid risk at all costs. Jack Ma said, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. He applied to Harvard 10 times. He got rejected from 30 jobs, including KFC. For the 1%, failure is not an opposite of success. It's a required chapter. Second, they wait for the perfect map. The 99% say, I'll start when I have the perfect degree, the perfect plan, the perfect funding. The 1% understand what Jack Ma meant. A great opportunity is often disguised as a hard, thankless task. They start with a terrible map and draw it as they go. So, what are the pillars of the 1% mindset? According to Jack Ma, it boils down to 3 things you must build within yourself. The first pillar is relentless optimism and vision, which means believing in the unseen. In 1999, Jack Ma gathered 17 friends in his apartment and pitched a crazy idea, an internet marketplace for Chinese companies. Most people in China hadn't even used the internet. The 99% saw insanity. Jack Ma saw inevitability. He said, today is hard, tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Most people die tomorrow evening. The 1% have a vision so strong, it lets them endure the tomorrows that break everyone else. They are missionaries, not mercenaries. The second pillar is customer-centric focus. Solve. Don't just sell. The 99% think, how do I make money? The 1% think, how do I solve a massive, painful problem? Jack Ma's insight was simple. Your customer should be your number 1 priority. Take care of your employees second. Your shareholders come third. He built trust with small Chinese merchants when no one else would. He focused on making them successful. When you solve a real problem for real people, money becomes a byproduct, not a desperate chase. The third pillar is adaptability and team over ego. Jack Ma was an English teacher. He didn't know code. His genius wasn't technical skill. It was self-awareness and team building. He said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The 99% cling to their original idea, protecting their ego. The 1% pivot, adapt, and hire people smarter than them. They are not the expert in the room. They are the curator of experts. This isn't just about admiring Jack Ma. It's about the bridge. How do you start walking it today? Here is your first action. Redefine your relationship with new. The next time you face rejection, hear Jack Ma's voice. It's not that I'm smart. I just stay with problems longer. Don't seek one. Yes. Seek to exhaust all possible no's. Rejection is your data set. Analyze it. Don't internalize it. Your second action: fall in love with problems. Stop looking for a hot industry. Look for a frustrating, widespread problem in your own world. Become obsessed with solving it. As Jack Ma said, never give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. The problem is your compass. Your third action: build your apartment of 17. You don't need a crowd. You need a tribe. Who are the 5, 10, or 17 people you can share your crazy vision with? Who complements your weaknesses? Invest in those relationships. Protect that circle. The difference between the 99% and the 1% isn't a secret gene. It's a series of deliberate, painful, courageous choices. The 99% see a wall and stop. The 1% see a wall and start drawing a door. The 99% protect their comfort. The 1% protect their future potential. The 99% ask, what if I fail? The 1% ask, what if I succeed? Jack Ma's story isn't about e-commerce. It's about the most profound product you will ever build: your own mindset. You have to choose which percentage you live in. Not just once, but every single day. So, the question is, will you chase the banana, or will you learn to use the currency?